Botswana, one of the last truly wild places on Earth, home to the Kalahari Desert, an ancient wilderness where water is scarce, distances are immense, and survival belongs only to those who have learned to live with the land. The Makgadikgadi Pans, one of the largest salt flats on Earth, so immense and empty that it feels as though you've driven onto another planet. And of course, the Okavango Delta, the world's largest inlet delta, where floodwaters breathe life into the desert, creating one of the richest wildlife sanctuaries on the planet. And we decided to drive across it, alone. No guides, no convoys, no backup.
We are going back. We've just crossed the border. As you can see, all the trucks are still lining up. It's hectic. Border process wasn't too bad, but it's pretty much 10 months later since the last time we did this. The last time we did this, everyone said we were crazy, and probably rightly so. And this time we're doing the exact same thing. We're going in the rainy season to the Delta. There's one difference this time, and we're going alone. Just me and Ali, one car. But thanks to the people at Voetspoor, they've sorted us out with quite a beast of a vehicle, a fully rigged 2.8 Land Cruiser, the new ones. It's got all the bells and whistles. We'll do a little rundown of what it's got and what it's kitted out with when we get to camp. But for now, we're just both really stoked to have crossed the border. It's going to be an adventure. There's clouds everywhere. We've already had rain, so if that's a little taste for what's to come, it's going to probably be interesting but fun journey. Alright, we've made it to our first stop. Well, we're just gonna stop and grab some groceries and supplies before we kind of lose civilization. So we've stopped at Papalai and we simply need to try and get some fresh food and things.
How much should we use in boxing?
Okay, so shopping is complete. We've pretty much got all the supplies we needed. Some of the meat looked a bit sketchy, but I mean, this is Africa, we've got to do what we got to do. I'm sure we'll be fine. So we're just loading up the fridge and the freezer with all the things, and then basically our predicament is we don't have service and we're still waiting for an email confirmation of our booking in Khubu Island. So we need to try and find a SIM card to receive an email, if they've even sent us the email. And we're going to just top up a little bit of fuel because we don't know where the next fuel station is. It does look like there's a huge storm building, and we are camping in the middle of the pans, so with rain that can be a bit sketchy. So we're going to try and get going as soon as possible. It's really hot and humid, so
YouTube.
just finished up in Lapaye, that's what it's called. Palapye. We managed to get a good SIM card. Well, the service is a bit touch and go, but we managed to get a SIM card, and most importantly, I managed to get in contact with Khubu Island, and eventually they found my payment, and it turns out there's still some outstanding balances that we need to settle. So we need to go and find their offices in a little village somewhere along here. So we put it into the map, and we're kind of just gonna hope for the best. Yeah, we've got about a 3-hour drive, and then hopefully we'll be at Khubu Island soon, and we can just unpack and start relaxing a little bit. Yeah.
Okay, so we got a WhatsApp message from Kubu Island saying that we had to come to their office to pay more. and they just sent us the town where their office is. And it's such a small village that you just drive into the town, and it was one of the only things on the main road. So we're gonna go into this office now and see what's up.
After a very interesting quick stop at the Khubu Island's offices, I don't know if I'd call it an office, but they were really nice. They gave us a bunch of directions and we were finally off the tar road. Got about 45 k's off this and then we'll get to that.
Whoa, this is nuts.
We're just on the most beautiful T-track in the middle of the grassland. It's just stunning, beautiful.
It's insane. Like, I feel like we're in the Serengeti, but as if the Serengeti was a salt pan. It's so wild. Check it out. Okay, we just got to a fork in the road, and at the office they told us, go left. It's longer, but go left because there's more chance you'll make it there. That road is safer, just with water and stuff like that. She said going right is the shortcut, but probably best not to go that way. So of course, Luke, what do?
We have to go right?
Yeah, going right is the right thing to do.
Yeah, so we went quite a while on the right-hand route that they told us not to do, and it all seemed fine. We hit a hell of a lot of water. Like, all the tracks we were following stopped, so it means no one else went in there. You know, it looked fine on the surface, but if we get stuck, we're going to be stuck in the dark with no one to come and pull us out, so we're just playing it safe rather.
So even though, like Luke said, we're racing against the sunset and a storm, we decided, like, it better not be stuck there by ourselves. So now we are going back to camp. So let's hope we make it before the sunset. So somehow, after driving for hours and not seeing anything except for a cattle herder and some goats, there's a full office. It's a lot of infrastructure for the middle of nowhere. Yeah, so we made it through the gate. There are no signs on which way to drive, but what there are, it's a lot of mosquitoes. We got out of the car for not even 2 minutes, and I had like 10 on me, and now they're in the car with us too. We're the only ones, other than the guy at the gate, for like crazy amount of miles. It's just wild. We're in the middle of nowhere by ourselves, pulling up at sunset, thunderstorms approaching on this island in the middle of the salt pans in Botswana.
We made it. We finally made it. We've still got a bit of sun and, well, no sun but light. And look at that spot right beneath a baobab tree. The pans are just behind these bushes here. I think it's beautiful. We've got a little breeze, which is nice because it's keeping the mosquitoes away. Yeah, we're just going to set up camp quickly before it gets too dark, and then we'll light a fire and hopefully get cooking. We have finished setting up camp, Ali's parking off, just chopping up some onions, doing some meal preps. We have actually quite a nice little breeze. The car is sheltering us a bit here, but the reason we're all covered up is because there is an obscene amount of mosquitoes, and we weren't expecting that. So it's kind of tricky because wherever I switch the lights on to try and see, the mosquitoes just kind of hoard you. So we've been doing most of the stuff in the dark at the moment. We are just surrounded by still standing water. So I mean, it's just probably just pumping out thousands of mosquitoes every day. I think this little breeze is actually helping us a lot. I just really hope there's no mosquitoes in our tent, because that's going to be a nightmare, but it should be okay. It's a privilege being out here. We are in the middle of nowhere. There is not a single other soul out here. As Ali said, it's kind of a bit nerve-wracking because if something happens, what do we do? But we'll be fine. Ali's not that stoked.
I'm tired.
She's tired, we're dirty.
And there's no shower.
No shower, no water.
No toilet.
Yeah, no toilet. Well,
no toilet.
Yeah, not really a toilet. It's kind of a long job, but it's not even a long job. But that's what we came out here for.
Yeah.
Roughing it and just being alive. This makes you feel alive.
Yeah, well, hopefully we make it out alive.
We'll be fine. So we made it through our first night in Botswana, and as we expected, the rains did hit last night. In the middle of the night, it's just started pouring down, but it was all good. The tent's fine. A bit of a thunderstorm. It is quite intense out here. I mean, it's just flat and open, so you can just hear it rumbling for miles, but it didn't really hit us too badly. No mosquitoes this morning. I don't know if the rain killed them all. That's good. There's a little bit of a breeze that's keeping us cool, and we are surrounded by baobabs, so we were quite excited to go and explore the island, and just because we haven't actually seen it yet, we're excited to go and explore and see what it's like. Just having a morning coffee, we're going to do some dishes, let's go and explore the island. So I've left Ali at camp, but I'm going on a little stroll because supposedly there is a long drop toilet somewhere around here, because I'm not a fan of squatting in the bush. I know that's not very manly of me, but I like to sit down on a toilet. So even if it's just a hole in the ground, if there's a seat, I'm happy. So I think somewhere around here, apparently there's supposed to be one. I found it. I can smell it from here. So it's kind of nasty. Okay, so this is a super humbling experience. The smell coming from this toilet, I can't describe it, but I'm overlooking the bush, so it's a great view. My toilet is moving, it's reduced, it's shaking, and if I fall into this hole, I think I might just pass away. But we did it. They gave us a toilet brush. I'm not sure how I use this, a long drop, but good experience nonetheless. I'm sitting comfortably. That's all that matters. We just finished up packing up the camp, so we packed up, and now we're going to go and explore the island and see if we can maybe find a different campsite. If not, we'll come back to this one. This one is pretty nice, but we're just going to go and explore.
So we're just sitting here on the side of Khubu Island and we're flying the drone, and on our right side is the island with all of these rocky outcrops, giant baobab trees, and on our left and in front of us is just absolutely nothing. It's salt pans as far as you can see, and they're covered in water, so it just gives that like crazy mirage. It just looks like a crazy mirror, kind of like what I imagine the salt pans in Bolivia to look like when there's rain. So it's really cool to find some here in Africa. I mean, it's absolutely nuts.
Driving just along the pan, yeah, and you will not believe what I'm seeing. Hey. There's what looks like a little leopard tortoise. And I have no idea where he's going. He's going into the rain. You're going into, oh, it's cruising away. Okay, so we're kind of stuck in the rain. We're just waiting it out. But I think it's a perfect time to demonstrate how well this awning works and how quickly we can set it up. So it's raining out here right now. I'm gonna head out and see how quick we can get the awning up. Oh, the sun's actually coming out. It is still coming down though. But it's beautiful. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's set you up here. All done. I'm not sure how fast I was, but I mean, it was pretty quick. I didn't get really wet. And look at that. Look at that. Basically show you what just happened here on this side. It's just this strap that you just hook over here and I'll just give it some tension, and that was it. So now we're sorted and dry as a bone. Okay. We got our leftovers from last night and we're just having lunch under this magnificent baobab tree. It's so special seeing them green with the beautiful flowers hanging off of them. They're just the most incredible trees ever. I mean, that thing must be so old. It's thick, it's wrapped around a big rock. And looking over the pans, it's really special.
I wonder if this is the highest point on the island. Kind of looks like it. After lunch, we continued our journey around Khubu Island in search of a new campsite for the night, which we ended up finding one right on the edge of the pans. And seeing as we're about to set up camp, here's a quick tour of what we're working with.
The amazing people at Voetspore have sorted us out with a fully rigged, fully kitted 2.8 Land Cruiser. So firstly, Voetspore don't just give you a stock standard Land Cruiser. So the suspension has been upgraded. There's stuffed dog suspension on there right now. Goodyear Wrangler tires, 6 of them. You've got 2 spares on the back on swing arms. Bull bar, Gobi X, rear bumpers, 2 spots, a winch, an electric jack that they've added for recovery, 2 Leisure Tech rooftop tents. Inside the rooftop tents, they've actually added lighting and charging for cell phones and various things like that. One's got a solar panel on, which helps charge the battery that's in the back. Leisure Tech awning comes all the way around the back here. Sets up within like 30 seconds. Performance exhaust pipes, open up sides, kitchen necessities here. Spoons, plates, cups, some coffee and sugar, salt and pepper. It's a kettle, more glasses. Ammo crate. So these are filled with various things, braai equipment, cleaning and washing supplies, little buckets, basins, soap, dish cloths, sponges. So they've really thought of everything. When you rent a car from them, you literally get everything. There's nothing you're going to need extra. Lighting. And underneath here, we've got max tracks or sand tracks, whatever you'd like to call them. Extra little portable gas stove. Some more plug ports. This table slides out really nicely. Very simple. Pop those up. we've got a table there as well. I think it's a 90-litre Snowmaster. Fridge on this side, freezer on this side. Behind it, got my rain jacket, extra tools, recovery gear, and jumper cables. Front run camping chairs, braai equipment, so braai grid, what I call a driepoot, basically just a pot stand. 60-litre water tank, spades, vehicle. Got a nice table. One more drawer, quite a long drawer, little board, cutting board or for cooking, anything like that. So under here is our batteries. It shows me whether I'm going solar or with a vehicle. Check the battery percentage there. Towels and blankets, first aid kit, also all the bedding for the tent. But on the inside, pretty standard Land Cruiser 2.8 auto, drives like a dream. Garmin with fully loaded tracks for Africa. The center console here, quite a nice sized fridge. And then the last thing, my favorite thing, if all your technology drops, they've added this. Voetspore have added this. This is kind of unique to Voetspore vehicles. A beautiful Tracks for Africa map. The whole Southern Africa map is on here, and it's just epic.
Good morning. It is an absolutely stunning morning. No rain. Last night was beautiful. There was not a breath of wind, not a cloud in the sky. From the tent we could see the Southern Cross, and we could actually see the sunrise as well. Last night, however, there were insane amounts of mosquitoes. Something like I've never ever experienced so many mosquitoes before. We were literally clothed up to the top, buff, hoodie, everything, almost sitting inside the fire just to try and have the smoke stop the mosquitoes. We cooked, finished up, and then went into the tent. And we're gonna try and get going nice and early now. Just have some coffee, pack up, and then hit the road, head to Pants. I think that's how they said. Yeah, just because we don't know what the roads are like. The guy at the gate said the roads are quite tricky, so just gonna try and get going early, because sometimes how far it looks can take much longer than you might think.
I don't know how to describe that.
If we get stuck, there's nothing we can do. We're stuck in water that's halfway through our car.